The way you think about pain can really make a difference in the way you react and experience pain. Thoughts like, I can't deal with this, or this will never go away, can often make a person anxious and feel more tense, which can subsequently lead to more pain and more difficulty dealing with pain. And sometimes we can't help it. Sometimes we have thoughts we don't even realize that just pop into our heads automatically. Now, fortunately, we can catch these negative thoughts and work on turning them perhaps into more realistic or even more helpful thoughts. I want you to pause for a moment and think about moments when your pain has been really bad. Think about what kinds of negative things that sometimes circulate in your mind, things you start thinking. Maybe you have some of those things in your mind, and if you do, we're going to learn how to use positive thoughts to change our negative thoughts. So let's try an example together. Some people think things like, oh, this is really hard. Now, I want you to think about some things you could say to someone else to comfort them or to help them cope with pain or worries when they have that thought. Some of these thoughts you can tell them might be, even when I'm hurting, I have things I can do to help me cope with the pain. Or even just simply, I can deal with this. Remember, even if you don't believe that thought at first, that's actually okay. There's some research that shows that sometimes even just making ourselves think positively, even when we don't really feel like it, can change our beliefs and eventually change our mood. There's no right or wrong calming self-statements that we can use. You can come up with the ones that are best for you. The ones that usually work are brief, they're positive, and they help you feel better about your negative or challenging thought. Here are some other examples of calming statements you can use to deal with pain. They can include, I know how to handle pain, this flare-up will go away in a little while, I've gotten through this before, or I'm going to be okay. Whatever it is, once you have one in mind that works for you, it can be helpful to write it down, keep it somewhere safe where you can see it once in a while if and when you need to. I'd recommend you put them somewhere so they're on your person. Some people save them on their phone, some people write them down on a note card and keep them in their pocket, or write it on a sheet of paper and put it in their backpack. Some people even ask their parents to help remind them to think about these calming statements once in a while. Whatever you do, the important thing is to carry it with you either physically or in your mind so you remember to use that calming thought when you need it. Now, as soon as you catch yourself getting really upset about the pain and find that maybe you're thinking a little more negatively than you would like to be, tell yourself, pause. Start using the calming statement. See how that makes you feel. With practice, you'll certainly get better at it. Learning this skill is like learning anything new, like playing a musical instrument or learning to play a sport well. The more you practice, the better you get.